you kill the bike when you're dressed like you're in Sons of Anarchy. This is not a motorcycle, this is a lifestyle. I was born into this shit. I'm an outlaw. Check it out. What's up, it's Casey from Caseyscustoms. I just finished my first Harley build, and I joined the Sons of Anarchy biker gang. For some people, it's just a TV show. For some of us, it's a lifestyle. Let's get to work. We are back on the 1992 Harley Davison Electric Glide. This is actually my grandpa's bike. He bought it brand new in 1992, but it has sat for the last 10 years, and it was just leaking quarts of oil every time it started. Oh, it definitely needs a choke. Listen to this, listen to this. All the brakes were locked up, had a bunch of issues. Electrical stuff wasn't working out great either. We have kind of started to go through all those. We fixed a lot of them. We finally took it for a first drive in the last video, and it was nothing but smiles. Me and my dad were just so happy to get it out. But we're not done with it yet. I still have a bunch of new parts to update. My goal for this was I want it to stay my grandpa's bike, but I want to update it. And some people might think it needs to be exactly how it was when it came off the showroom floor in 1992. I don't love that. We always have had hot rods in my family, including my grandpa. One of the things that he loved about my dad's bike, or newer bikes in general, was the fairings, and he also liked the extended bags. So I have ordered all that. It is finally here. We're gonna start digging in and installing all of our new parts, and then we're gonna do a good buff on it because this original paint is not looking as good as it should. Also, we had a little bit of an accident, and for once in my life, it wasn't me that caused it. My dad, whenever we were painting the Mustang, he put the bumpers up there, which was dumb in the first place. I asked him, why did you do that? He goes, he didn't know, just did it. So they were kind of sitting up here, teetering in this weird little cutout. I think there used to be a TV up there 30 years ago. And sure enough, he went to go check the oil in the compressor, which he has to do 3 times a week. And bada bing, that is a doozy of a dent. Ladies and gentlemen, I mean, the Mustang bumpers aren't super heavy, but boy, they are heavy enough when they're falling from, 7 or 8 feet in the air, and it dented the living shit out of it. We were originally gonna fix it, and then I looked up new fenders, and sure enough, a new fender was only like $100. Now, I'm sure this isn't quite the quality of the stock Harley Davison fender, but it seems pretty heavy duty. It's 16 gauge steel when you do some stuff to it. We had to paint it, and naturally, I had everything set up so we could get some footage of him spraying the tank. Here is that footage here. It's almost impressive how bad he is with a camera. I mean, I think he didn't realize it was recording. He pushed the button, came over here, sprayed the fender, and then pushed the button again, so we got none of it. It's not that big of a deal. It's definitely funny, that's what matters. It was already a black EDP coated fender, so it wasn't really anything impressive anyway. He just shot a gloss black over the top of it. This is actually the color of the Monte Carlo. Whenever I bought all the paint for the Mustang, I went ahead and bought all the paint for the Monte Carlo, because we're gonna be spraying that in the next week or two. So it wasn't the most impressive of footage anyway, but naturally we didn't get any of it. This is a new fender. I am very, very excited. Also, I just forgot something I needed to fix because I haven't had this thing out for a couple of weeks. Now, I'm hoping that it's just loose and the bars aren't shit, or the knurling, I think it's called knurling, is worn off the bars. I don't know. I don't want to have to replace the bars very badly, but we obviously can't have that because it's pretty shady when you're riding it. I was doing that on my first ride, and I was going, Dad! He was just laughing his ass off. But yeah, what is that? Oh, I didn't realize there was an air chuck right there. I need to find out what that is. Okay. Woo. Jesus Christ, I just did it again. All right, check them out. Here's the new bags. They are, I think, 5-inch extended or 4. So they'll hang down basically past your pipes a little bit. Should look awesome. And then I got the front pieces for them too. These go something like that, I think. So they'll go right here to cover up our oil and shit. Those ones are kind of beat up, and they should match a little bit better. The only thing is, naturally, it's all, universal bullshit, so we're gonna have to drill some holes, make some stuff work. I don't know if these still work or not. Not sure at all. Also got a badass air cleaner. I forgot I bought that. Also found my windshield. The only thing I can't find is there is a chrome strip that goes right there that looks awesome, and I know I had it, but I cannot find it anywhere. I have ripped the shop apart. Don't know where it's at. Not very happy about it. Did find a old 9-iron. Check this thing out. Check it out. Sam Snead Wilson 9-iron. This thing is old as shit. Your boy's ready to go out and beat Ben Hogan's ass in 1942 or whatever this thing's from. Oh yeah, that's what we're talking about. Fun fact. Used to be a scratch golfer, could have played collegiate golf, but wanted to build hot rods instead. So we're getting sidetracked as per usual. I think what I'm gonna do is take these bags off, start seeing how these are gonna fit, and we'll find out if we have to take these crash bars off or not. I kind of like the crash bars. These ones are by far the more important one, those. My dad actually hit a deer doing like 60, and one of these crash bars basically saved his life. He didn't even dump the bike, because the deer, you know, the crash bar took most of the deer impact. So they're very important in front. I don't know how important they are in the back, but let's start tearing some shit up and see what happens. I honestly don't know if it's gonna work or not, but we're gonna start drilling some holes and shit and see what happens. I ain't talking about small holes, baby. All right. Oh, shit. Okay. I think I'm good if that's off, but let's find out. There we go. Holy shit. Oh! How did I already fucking scratch it? Oh, never mind. It's just dirt. Ooh, goddamn, that looks good. Oh, I love that. It's just so much longer. Now, obviously, this is gonna have to come back off, but I wanted to make sure the bag would fit before I even tried to start messing with this front piece. I do not see how the hell that's gonna work with this on there, but I don't know. I'm gonna play with it before I do anything too crazy. But yeah, I don't see how any of that's gonna fit, but I don't know. This bar is needed because it well, one, it holds up the saddlebag, and two, it ties into your rear fender. So I don't know exactly if I need to cut and modify the bar. I don't know. Let's, I'm gonna take this off. Well, first off, I'm gonna try and see if I can get it on there, fitting in between all this shit. And if I can, I'll start popping this stuff off, and we'll see if it's gonna work or not. The great news is though, even if for some reason that doesn't work, the bags look awesome. I absolutely love that. The fact that it matches that bar perfectly, like I wasn't expecting that. So it looked like it was hitting back here, but I got like, there's probably like a paper. It's real tight. It might rub whenever it starts now that I think about it, but either way, that looks pretty damn cool. Okay, these don't even come close to fitting, and it has nothing to do with this bar. It's just like the wrong shape. I know they're big, so you can cut them to fit. This is the wrong bike altogether. This is for a Road King, not an electric glide, but they don't make shit for electric glides. These were technically for a Road King too, so, you know, I'm gonna have to make whatever fit. The only good news is, one, I don't hate it without them. They certainly don't have to be there. But what I can do, instead of trying to replace this cover, is cut this one to fit over it, and then, you know, like run some self-tappers in it or something, and then we'll just have essentially two covers, a cover over a cover. It's a hat on a hat. But if I can get it to look how I want it to, I mean, kind of something like that, I'll run it. I'm cool with that. It's just not even close. I think on a Road King or whatever this is for, I don't know that they have that pipe there, because I'm gonna have to just cut the living shit out of this thing to fit the pipe. I thought maybe I had the wrong side, and I mean, I've flipped them every other way. It's just not possible. This is how it's supposed to be. Let's cut some shit. The good news is these were cheap. I think these were like, I don't know, $100 or something. I mean, they weren't. Oh, take that back. They were $200. Well, that's a little upsetting then. Okay. But fuck it. I've cut up a lot more expensive shit than this. Let's see what happens. happened? Oh, it's hit. Shit, I thought I had it. Oh, we might need to trim that a little bit. Oh, we're hitting. Oh, okay. There you go. It's in! Ha ha! God damn, that looks so cool. Oh, man. Damn, that came out great. Holy shit. I thought I cut too much, but we're good. The seat comes way out to here. Oh, I'm so freaking happy. Damn, that looks good. Oh, man. Wow, that looks great. Okay, here's the bad news. Bad news is I assumed this was going to be the hard side because the other side has the oil, and I just thought it would be easier. Wasn't paying attention naturally, and then I looked over here and realized this thing has all kinds of recesses and shit for the battery. So yeah, this side's probably going to be the hard side for sure. I don't even know if my new bag has recess for the battery. I don't know. We're gonna have to find out here real quick, obviously, but I'm done for the night. We also still, I have to put this on a list or something so I do not forget while I got it jacked up and shit. Hopefully, well, I don't need to talk about it because I don't want to jinx it, but I'm hoping to get my pinstriper in here tomorrow or the next day. And if I get that fender switched out, he can do some lines and then she's going to be done. The whole reason that I'm working on this thing right now and not the C10 is because after our little accident here, after our little oopsie daisy, I want to get it completely out of the... Motherfucker, man. Come on now. Come on now. We've been good. We've been good lately. Son of a bitch. After the old whoopsie daisy, I want to get this thing the hell out of the shop. We are going to be painting the Monte Carlo pretty soon, and we got it out of the shop with the Mustang, and we put it back in here, and that's when the accident happened. I should have just kept it out to begin with, but I wanted to get everything done with it. It still needs a ton of stuff done. It is running and driving now, which is nice, but it's not where I want it to be. We need to buff the paint. We need to do all kinds of shit, so that's why I'm working on this now and not the C10, but I promise the next video you watch, we are bringing the Blazer back in. I have so many parts for it. Just boxes. I ordered, a couple grand worth of shit for the Blazer, so we got plenty of stuff to do. But I just figured I would update people on it. But man, that looks good. I'm so fucking happy. Sweet. All right. We'll come back in tomorrow and tackle the other side. It is not going to be easy. The other side's going to be really goddamn hard. But we'll see what happens.
The next day.
All right. Day 2. We are on it. Really, really happy. Dad saw it today when he was in here grabbing a tool for something. He said he loved the way it looked. I got a couple pictures of it last night and I was looking at it. I'm very excited too. Also, got a hold of my pinstriper. He is going to be able to be here tomorrow. So we'll get some pinstriping and basically button up this whole build, which will be awesome. The goal is to get it all finished up tonight. Then tomorrow we'll buff on it a little bit, take it for her little finishing up cruise or whatever you want to call it. And then we're going to have him do some pinstriping. I want my logo on here somewhere. And then I want him to put for Grandpa Dale, because Dale Gibson is my grandpa's name. And I want that on there. And it'll just be a nice little touch to basically finish off this build. Hasn't been a super complicated build, but we obviously didn't leave it stock because we don't leave anything stock. It's also weird. I said it in another video. It's weird to have a sentimental vehicle because I've had hundreds of cars, trucks, motorcycles over the years, but I've always paid my bills by selling them or building them for other people and selling them. This one is the first vehicle I've ever had that will not be sold, won't be available to be sold, nothing like that. It's just going to stay in the family forever, and it's kind of cool, but it's also kind of nerve-wracking because, I don't want to mess anything up because, it's kind of a, I don't know, it's like a legacy biker. I don't know what you'd call it. Been in the family for a very long time and it's not going anywhere. But as usual, I'm rambling. Bad news. Came over here, started looking at this. 1, I left the key on, so the battery's dead. 2, got to looking at our bag and already noticed there is no relief for that battery. So I'm gonna get this all broken down. We're gonna see what we have to do. I don't know. I assume it's gonna be easier just to cut the bag up. Maybe we relocate the battery in the bag and we don't have to cut the living shit out of it. I don't know. Let's start taking some stuff apart and we'll see what we gotta do. Okay, so I've been looking at this over and over. I really wanted to take this box out. It is basically welded to the frame, not necessarily the frame, but to the crash bar and then also the bag support. So there's no real great way to do it. I mean, I could cut it completely out, but even then it doesn't really get rid of it. So I don't know if that makes any sense, but I promise it does. So I think I'm gonna cut the living shit out of this bag. And the bad news is it's really gonna mutilate the bag. I'm hoping, we're kind of taking a risk here, but I'm hoping if I can get this up in here it will essentially hide all that. You won't be able to see it. If I can get it to fit the same way I have it fitting on the other side. Oh, also fun fact, even though it's a motorcycle, I still call it the driver's side and the passenger side. If I can get it to fit like it does on the driver's side, you won't see it because my battery would essentially be right there. It's gonna be a lot harder to get that side to fit as snugly as I did this side. I think it's our only way. I even looked at, you know, cutting this up, making a battery box down in there, and then I could just eliminate all this, but I'd have to run a lot smaller battery, and really, you know, I don't want to do that super badly. So yeah, we'll just cut the living shit out of our bags, even though they are pretty nice bags, and I don't want to cut them, but hey, never scared me before. Let's cut some shit. Smoking. It's smoking. Okay. Got it on there. I cut it as little as possible. She's in there. It looks crazy when you're looking down. Now, what I will end up doing at some point is closing this up with, you know, fiberglass or something, because obviously having a bag that shit will fall of won't be very great. The good news is this goes down like another 4 inches, so it would really be hard to get out of there. But you do not want a giant air catcher in a motorcycle. So not only is that piece going to be important for, you know, how it looks, it needs to cover up that hole so we don't suck a bunch of air in there and rip that damn bag off. So, yeah, I'm just adding more pressure to making that thing fit, and it doesn't fit great. And also, we have to cut it for our oil, because that is our oil tank. Tried to start with the hard side first. I apparently started with the much, much easier side first. But let's see what happens. I don't want to jinx it, because we're not quite there, but we're getting pretty goddamn close. It's actually mounted right now, but I don't have it butted up to this just enough, but I'm hoping that plastic will flex a little bit. I might have pulled it off. I don't know. I got to drill some holes. We'll see what happens. Check it out. I pulled it off. Holy shit, it looks so good. There's a gap right here because I don't have it completely bolted. Whenever I suck that bolt down, it'll pull that tight. But I have to pull this all off actually to finish charging the battery. I can kind of get my battery charger down in there, but it's easier just to take it all off and charge it. I was so not sure that I could get this aftermarket piece to fit. I started cutting up the stock piece. For like a good 20 minutes, I was like, I'm gonna have to try and make this thing work, but luckily we pulled it off. I'm so happy. Also wasn't sure what I was gonna do with the pinstriping. I kind of wanted it to match the original bags, but after I get them on there, I think that it'll look cooler to not do that bottom pinstripe and just have the top one up here, kind of like they have them on there. I think that'll look a lot better, but so freaking happy. It looks so damn good, man. It's still my grandpa's bike. I haven't even committed any crimes in like the last 2 or 3 hours, so that can't even be for me. It's gotta be for somebody else. Anyways, I'm so happy because it's still my grandpa's bike, but we're customizing it. We're making it a little bit newer, and, it's kind of like an homage to him. He loved my dad's fairing. I personally kind of like the newer style fairings. I think they're like the 2020 and up fairings. They're almost like locky, and then they have like 2 square headlights. I love those, but, those wouldn't look right on this bike. And also, I knew he liked that style of fairing, so it's kind of, I don't know, it's just really cool. Very, very happy. Let's get this fender off. I know it's going to be a pain in the ass because it was a pain in the ass taking the tire off whenever the brakes, were the rim off, whenever the brakes weren't even working. And now that they're working, it's just a real pain in the ass to feed it back up in there and make sure nothing is catching. But we got to do it because this fender is smoked. Let's start ripping it up. Okay, I got this off. I actually beat the dent out pretty easy, but the paint is obviously just smoked. So what you can do is drill out holes and then reuse this trim. You can also reuse these lights up here. I don't know if I'm gonna do that just yet. We're kind of streamlining trim and shit in other places. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the plain fender up there first. We'll see how it looks. If I like it, we'll run it. If I don't like it, I'm gonna pull it off and then put this trim on. The one thing I did notice is this back trim piece adds like, you know, 3 or 4 inches to the bottom of the fender to kind of make it look longer. So that one would probably be cool to add, but I don't know. And we'll see. I don't really care so much about the big light up front. They don't look that great to me, but I don't know. I also haven't really seen this without all that shit on it. So let's throw it on there, see what happens. I am scared to death of scratching it. Also, being that it is an aftermarket fender that cost, I think it was $100 or $90. I don't know how great it's going to fit. So let's see what happens. Oh, great news. Didn't scratch it. Got it on there. I love it without the trim. It looks so much better. I think whenever the pinstriper comes, I'll have him do some striping. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna have him do yet, but just a little something. I don't want crazy striping, but I want it to, you know, match the tank and shit. I'm so freaking happy. It looks great. Check it out. Oh, I fucking love it. It looks so good. Plain without all the trim on. Ooh! It really shows off my rotors too. I love those new rotors. Whenever I bought those, I got them to kind of match the rim. And I just... so happy. Got it all put back together. That was a pain in the ass, bigger pain in the ass than it should have been. I greased the axle and all that. I did it before, but I went ahead and did it again. And she's looking good. Getting ready to start doing some buffing on it, but I forgot. I have a brand new air cleaner to install. I also have a windshield, but I cannot find the trim piece. I have a chrome trim piece that goes across the top. I have looked everywhere. I do not know where I put it. So I don't know if I'm going to bother installing this or not, because it will not look nearly as cool without the trim piece. I don't know. We'll see. I guess I could just stick some bolts in it, but boy, the trim piece would look a lot cooler. I don't know. I'm going to decide on that while I'm putting on the air cleaner. Also, I haven't opened the air cleaner box, so I don't quite remember what it looks like because I ordered it a month ago. Let's find out. Oh, yeah, I remember now. Okay. Is it blue? Oh, no, okay, I bought the black one. I was like, what? Why the hell did I get a blue one? Ooh! Damn, that's cool. What the fuck is that? Oh, like a water cover? Oh, man, I like this a lot. Is this gonna work? Did I buy the wrong one? I don't know. Let's install it. Installed and looking pretty, baby. I'm so happy with this. Looks great. We're going to go ahead and start buffing our paint now. I don't want to touch any of the new panels. Obviously, that one's new paint. We just painted that one yesterday, the fender. These are like that plastic overcoating, so I think they probably just need washed really well. What I'm going to do first, though, before we start buffing, is get this all wiped down, because what you don't want to do is buff dirt into your paint. So I'm going to get it cleaned up. I don't need to like technically power wash it or anything. I'm just going to wipe it down real good. Try and get it as clean as I can, and then we'll fire up our little buffer and see what we can't do, because this paint is very, very sad and very, very original. Let's clean it up. Not bad. I'm going to hit it one more time with the softer pad and see what happens. Check this out. Look at the side by side. I don't know how much you can see on camera, but this is clean. Like, this is clean. It's just that scratched up, and this side is looking really good. I mean, I haven't even went crazy. Didn't even do like a 3-step buff. I just had one, and I mean, I fucking love it. Sweet. I'm gonna go in here. I don't really have the right metal polish, but I'm gonna hit some of my metal spots too, just buff everything. I am very, very happy with how that came out. I wasn't so sure because it's original paint, but yeah, that's pretty damn good. All right, let's buff some shit, baby. She's cleaned, she's polished, put together, and I'm so freaking happy. I mean, it's, you know, it's my grandpa's bike. Are you fucking kidding me? God damn it. I'm over here, you know, kind of monologuing about how happy I am the bike's done, and the freaking air compressor kicks on. Also, I'm trying to cuss less. YouTube demonetized a couple videos. We got to chill out with the cussing. I'm gonna try. I probably won't, I won't succeed, but we're gonna give it a shot. The thing is, if the air compressor and the heater, they keep working together to interrupt me, stuff's gonna start running out of oil, stuff's gonna get what I like to call sledgehammer disease. Sledgehammer disease is very rare, and it happens when something pisses me off and I hit it with a sledgehammer. But they're both right there, real close. If I let the oil run out of the air compressor, the old man's gonna be heartbroken. That's the only reason it's still alive. So happy with the Harley. I built this channel of building hot rods and budget builds, and not really Harleys, but for me personally, this is just, I'm so happy. I love it. The thing with Harleys is a lot of times they change people. Having a Harley is really cool, but it shouldn't change you. You don't need to be like a completely different person. It's just a really cool motorcycle, and you're still you. You're not somebody new. Problem is, people don't understand this is a lifestyle. This is not a motorcycle, this is a lifestyle. I was born into this shit. I had a gun in my crib when I was a baby. I've been riding a Harley since I was 6 years old. Killed so many people, probably 1 million people. My stepdad Clay and my mom Gemma, they did the best they could, but unfortunately, I'm an outlaw. Now some of you might say, Casey, is that a $47 Sons of Anarchy vest you bought on eBay? No. I earned this vest by killing lots of people. Let's take this bike for a ride. How do you kill the bike when you're dressed like you're in fucking Sons of Anarchy? Catch up to this guy. I think we're riding together. How funny would that be? I'm gonna go catch up with this guy, I think. Baby, why are you so mad at me? Not out. Hold on, wait, let me get your reaction. Oh no, is it still recording? Oh no, it's not recording. What are you thinking?
That jacket goes great.
Is mom home? Is mom home? Yeah. Yeah, hold on, wait, let me get off the bike. Come here, Sammy. Look at the Sammy. Sammy Samsters.
Got an air cleaner on it?
Yeah, she looks good.
Like this.
Yeah, and the new bags.
In the new bag?
You got anything to show me in your billfold?
I know, I gotta go get money.
No.
My parents did not approve, but I live my life pretty wild. Oh, don't do this. Why are you mad at me?
All I've done has been good to you. Come on, baby. Let's go. There we go. I'm gonna jump it if I have to. Fuck. Come on, baby, come on. Are you ready? Come on. Oh, no shot. All right, second gear it is. Oh, no. Oh, it's dead. Oh, no. This sucks. Can't make this up. The battery died and I was dressed like an asshole. I had people trying to help and I was too embarrassed because I looked like a dipshit. Actually on a walking path, and hopefully we're okay, but I know cops get real pissed if they see bikes on this walking path. But yeah, Dad's coming to help me. Here's the bad news. I'm literally less than a block from the house, but this is a super busy street and I do not want to try and push it across like the busiest street in town. So yeah, we're gonna see what happens. But I knew this battery wasn't great because I've had to charge it like 3 times. It's a brand new battery. I've had to charge it 3 times in 2 weeks. I kind of knew it wasn't great, but I didn't think it was gonna go out that quick. She's running like dog shit too. I think I got some old gas because it doesn't smell great. But yeah, it's kind of a fitting ending to this video. You know, me being a smart ass and then you know, it getting mad at me about it.
2 hours later.
All right, we got a roll started. Oh shit.
Okay, we got her home. Couple things from the trip that are absolutely amazing. One, it has bad gas in it. We definitely need to get the bad gas out. It just needs to be driven to kind of get rid of it. 2, our brand new battery is just shit. I need to get a brand new one. I've had to charge it a couple times, which was warning enough because it's a brand new battery. It shouldn't need charged a couple times, and then sure enough, it died on me. Here's the funny thing from the trip, and I don't know how much footage you can see from the GoPro and stuff. When I pass a biker, the first biker I pass, he gives me the old wave. Everybody that drives, you know, or rides motorcycles, you know, you get the wave from other bikers. They kind of just give you the how you doing. This guy gives me the how you doing, then looks at me and goes like this. Like he like gave me the respect and then was like, Jesus Christ, all at the same time. I just was laughing my ass off. Then I pass a guy in a truck. He like slows down to stop and he's just laughing and waving. Oh, it was absolutely amazing. My mom sees me. She's like, what the hell are you doing? Are you in a motorcycle gang? I'm like, no, it's from a TV show. Amazing. Then taking it home and it's getting a lot better. You know, the more I'm driving it, obviously. So I just put the choke all the way in so there were no choke. It runs perfect, but I can tell it's already gonna start to die whenever I get up to the stop sign. So I'm trying to like pull the choke out, can't do it, it dies, and then instantly I know it's not good. It's not one to restart at all. It turned over like 2 or 3 times and then it was just dead. Here's the funny part. I get to pushing it over, there's a little walking path like 10 feet away from the street, which is lucky. I go to push it over to there. Some really nice 2 guys in a car, they're like, hey man, you need help? I'm so fucking embarrassed because I look like this. I go, no, I got it. I could have totally used their help. If I wasn't dressed like this, I would have been like, yeah, please help me, you know, push it. So I call Dad and my mom. He's like, well, just push it home. You know, I'm only a block away. My mom starts yelling at him. She goes, if the cops see him, they're gonna think he's in a motorcycle gang. Go help him. So he comes down. Obviously, with him on it, I push it. It fires right up. Took 2 seconds. We drive it home. The whole ordeal, taking it from here up to their house and back home, took 14 minutes. So it wasn't a very long, drawn out thing. So funny though, I was laughing my ass off that somebody wanted to help me. They were being so nice and I said, no, I'm good, just because I looked like an asshole. That's YouTube for you, baby. Okay, I'm gonna go wash this shit out of my hair because my pinstriper's on his way. He's gonna be here in about an hour. We're gonna get some really cool striping footage, and I want him to put a nice tribute to my grandpa. We're gonna wrap this video up, baby. And also, ooh, this shit looks great. And also, for Grandpa Dale, we should do it maybe in a wild, different color. Vaughn Mex is his name, and he is my striping guy, and I cannot tell you how freaking happy I am. Look at this. He matched this shit absolutely perfect. Oh, look at that, and then look at your stock tank. I mean, it's the exact same. And I told him, I said, I don't want to do the whole fender. I kind of like, how the fender's kind of cleaned up. And he said, what do we just stop at the halfway? I said, that looks good. Oh, man. Got the Caseyscustoms logo on there. I think he added something in the back. Ooh. And then here's the best part. Check it out. I freaking love it, man. Oh, I'm going to start crying like a little girl. Oh, look at this bike, dude. Oh, man. That is so cool. I'm so happy. Check it out. I raised it up a little bit so I get a better picture. Also, here's the funny thing. I'm looking at this, and I'm like, dude, this is amazing. I'm so happy. And he goes, I got the lettering done. He goes, and don't be mad, I'm not super good with lettering, not nearly as good as I am with striping. And so I'm like, okay, like that was a weird thing to say. And then he was like, it came out okay, but what do you think? I was like, man, that's fucking perfect. What are you talking about? He's like, okay. He's like, I didn't know. Oh man, I am so freaking happy. Oh, cool. It's done. I'm so freaking happy. The pinstriping is just absolutely perfect. The only thing that sucks is now that the bike is done, I have to trade in my Sons of Anarchy TV show vest for a Yellowstone cowboy hat, just like all the other fans did. All jokes aside, I am so happy. This thing came out great. Obviously, we need to get it on the road some more, kind of burn out some bad gas. But as far as like building the bike, I'm just extremely happy with how it looks. It's modern, but it still kind of retains the old style. I showed everybody in my family pictures of it last night. Everybody loved it. My grandma loved it the most, which is the coolest thing ever. I know I make videos for YouTube. I certainly don't make them, just for my family, but it is super cool that she loves it. It's her bike. She rode on the back of that thing for probably 90% of the 30,000 miles this bike has. Could not be happier. Also, I had her send me some pictures of my grandpa when he first got it. So check these out here. These are from, I think, 93 or something like that. When he first got the bike, very, very happy. If the motorcycle content was not your speed, don't worry. We are back on the Blazer next week. We're getting ready to take the 57 Chevy LS swap for its first drive. Very exciting. All that stuff is coming up. If you are not already subscribed, please hit that button now. If you are subscribed, make sure you turn post notifications on. That way you get notified every time we post a new video. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, share, comment, all that good stuff they tell you to do at the end of videos, and check out some more of my other videos. Peace. Love ya. I gotta take this shit off and go find my beanie.
I've been addicted to you. All of my attention I've been giving to you.